Good morning everyone. This is the president of the Small Ruminants Association of Jamaica. I'm here today. I'm going to be doing a video on goat production, and I'm going to do a little comparison on cattle also. I want you all to see how productive this beloved animal of ours, the goat and the sheep, very productive animals. So let's take a look. Yes. The information from this video today that I'm doing is based on my own experience. Things that I've experienced on my farm and seen around me. I hope you enjoy this video because I've put a few information here together for you. Thank you. So now let us look at some data. Now what I'm doing, I'm comparing in terms of goat production. I'm comparing cows with goats and how they produce by weight. I'm just using here 1 unit, I'm calling a unit a cow, and I'm calling 1 unit of goats, which is 8 goats. So by weight, I'm using 1 cow is compared to about 8 goats by weight. So a cow weighs an average of say 800 to 1200 pounds, and we're talking about probably milking cows or, you know, meat type. And 1 unit of goats, which is 8, total weight is 1040 pounds. I'm averaging that a goat weighs 130 pounds. So this will give us something to compare with. Now, on average, 1 cow can have 2 calves over 2 years. We are doing this comparison by a 2-year period. So you know that a cow gestation period, I think, is about 9 months. So they'll have 2 calves in 1 year, in 2 years, over a 2-year period. Now let's compare the goat. So let us now look at the goats. Well, as I said, 1 unit is equal to 8 goats. So if we are looking at the weight of the goat, 1 goat we are averaging 130 pounds. The total weight of 8 goats or sheep will weigh 1040 pounds. So 8 goat or sheep will produce 48 kids. I am assuming that the goats have 1 kid, each goat has 2 kids. So that's a total of 16 kids every 8 months. So a goat will produce 3 set of kids in 2 years. So 3 set of kids are 16 plus 16 plus 16, 48 kids. Out of the first set of kids that born, those kids will reach breeding age and will be able to have 1 set of kids in that 2-year period. So you're looking at 16 kids can born from the first set. Also, the second set of kids produced by the first, by the mothers can also produce 16 kids. Right? Because they will reach maturity and be able to have those kids before the 2-year period has ended. We are also assuming that, you know, they will have 2 kids each time. And we're also looking at, in the beginning, the 48 goats, we are saying half is male, half is female. So 24 females and 24 males. It is these females that will produce these kids. And as we go along each step of the way, we are saying when they have 16, half is male, half is female. So out of that 8 goats, which will produce 48 kids, their kids will also have kids. And when you add up the numbers, 16 plus 16 is 32 plus the 48 kids, you are looking at about 80 goat kids or animals over a 2-year period. 40 of these kids would assume is male and 40 is female. You know, and you have to remember that these goats gestation period is what, approximately 5 months. Usually they feed the kids 2-3 months, and then you can breed them back. Some goats will breed early, you know, so your production can be increased very rapidly when you're breeding goat. So one of the things to attain this kind of achievement, and also you have to remember, you know, that a goat will have no kid at all, meaning, you know, they could lose the kid, they could have 1 kid, 2 kid, 3 kid, 4 kid. You know, this multiplying effect by goats is very, very, very good. Once you have, though, you have to put certain things in place to achieve this kind of goal. So we have to have very good nutrition. You have to make sure you have your minerals and you have your good forages around you. If you need pellets, you put pellet. Not just grass alone. You need to have good forages. Trees, the mulberry. Different forages when you're doing this kind of goat production. You also have to have very good good housing. Look at it. It just started raining a while ago outside. You can't have the goats in the rain. You'll get hoof rot and they'll get sore feet and hoof rot and all that kind of thing if you have them walking in the mud and the rain and in their own feces. So the intensive farmhouse is a very good idea. Make sure you have that good housing so that you have a clean environment and so forth. The animal care is so important when you are rearing these animals. You have to make sure that the animals are happy and very comfortable. You also have to consider fresh air. You need to make sure that you don't have a high urine smell. Make sure you have fresh, clean air and clean under the pen and so forth. When I did this comparison, I was also looking at the weight. And I was saying at the end of 2 years, you're probably looking at about maybe 2,000, 2,500, maybe 3,000 pounds of live weight from the cattle side. While on the goat side, you might be looking at about maybe 8,000 pounds live weight. You can look at that comparison and see you are almost doubling the production by rearing goat. So goat production can double what you are doing. And even when you look at the milk side of the production, and goat will produce anywhere from 1 to 2 to 3 liters. I have seen this in my production. Even natives, I've seen natives producing 1 or 2 liters of milk. And, with this kind of production, if you can grow the females like that and have more females in the production, goat can also produce more milk than cattle, especially if you do proper selection and proper nutrition as we're speaking about. So I'm very happy to bring this presentation to you. I wanted you to really see how important it is to look at this goat production. And thank you so much for watching my videos. Keep subscribing, and I hope you have learned something for this, because I want to see more people get into goat production. Thank you. Morning. No, you're ready again. You have all the fowl and everything in it, because that's in me.
Yeah.